Hey guys, what's going on? Anthony here, aka the Scarecrow Runner. If you haven't figured that out by now, why do I call myself the Scarecrow Runner? That's the first question I get a lot of times. Well, I'm from Kansas. I'm a runner. Kansas is notorious for having scarecrows in the wheat and cornfields. The Scarecrow is a prominent character in the movie The Wizard of Oz, which I love. And so, it just kind of stuck. I've been running since I was 15 years old. I'm now 50 years old. Well, if you add those together, I've been running for about 35 years off and on, some years more than others, but for the majority of that time, I have been an active runner, ranging from distances of, fun run when I was younger, 5Ks, 10Ks, 15Ks, half marathon. My very first half marathon was back in 2013. Trail races, marathon, my first marathon was in 2013. And then beyond, right? After the marathon, you look at ultra races, which I didn't get into ultras until I moved to the Tulsa area. And I came across some crazy ultra runners that kind of were a bad influence, or you might consider them a good influence, depending on how you look at it. Encouraged me to run a 50K, then a 100-miler. That's been 6 years ago. That's hard to believe that my 100-miler was 6 years ago, but it was in conditions much like this, with the trails and the sand and dirt, elevation, trees, creek crossings, etc. I've ran in 3 different 100-milers. I finished one of them. And you know what? I enjoyed it, but it beat the heck out of my body, I can tell you that much. 50-milers, I've ran quite a few 50-milers, a couple 100Ks, and yeah. So anyways, I'm an ultra runner, and once you're an ultra runner, you'll always be an ultra runner. You can't take that away from me. I've got the buckles to prove it. I've got the scars to prove it. But why am I talking about that? Well, I haven't really vlogged on here much, and I want to capture the realness and the behind the scenes and the details, what it's like to be an ultra runner coming out of ultra running retirement. Basically, I haven't ran an ultra in 2.5 years. Like I said, I'm 50 years old now. I'd like to run another 50-miler this year. So I've decided that I'm going to shoot for it. I'm going to get back into the training conditions and the shape that I need to be in to run an ultra, and shoot for an ultra in the spring of 2026. So that's my goal. That's what I'm shooting for. I hope you guys will follow along. I would plan to share the aches and the pains and the joy and everything that comes with ultra running. Like my shirt says, it's ultra running, like regular running, but with more crying. There may be some crying and some tears and some frustrations, but like today, cloudy, overcast skies, 30-mile-an-hour winds blowing, and it's pouring down rain right now. I just finished my run, but I want to share the real aspect, the good, the bad, the ugly of what it's like to run an ultra. For anybody that's wanting to run an ultra, I would encourage you to follow along, because I would love to share what it's like from my perspective. A middle of the pack, back of the pack runner. I'm not a podium racer. I'm not an elite. I'm just an average 50-year-old from Kansas living in Northeast Oklahoma, a father of 4, almost about to be a grandfather. It can be done, guys. If you prepare yourself, mind, body, spirit, it can be done. So I hope you'll follow along with me in my quest to break off the rust and the dust and everything else on my body and go back after another ultra and another buckle for my collection. And I'll share bits and pieces here and there along the way, and I hope you guys will be encouraged and you'll follow along. Stay tuned for more details, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Scarecrow Runner out.